Is this your car?
Yeah, it is.
How much is this car?
$150,000 maybe.
Ooh.
I work for an entity called MTN.
A lot of things, but basically I'm the founder of Rescue Egg.
I recommend it 100%, especially for women. You have kids, you want to eat your cake and have it. This is the niche for you. I worked as a product engineer in oil and gas, but I wouldn't compare what I make from the comfort of my home as a
I was in Kenya for just about 10 days and I made $1,000 in Kenya.
What has had the most impact? Okay, so my faith, I'm a Christian, but my own version of that is really a deep relationship with God that keeps me humble and grounds me, and it makes it easier for me to get through hard times, because being an entrepreneur in this country, it requires leaps of faith.
I'll start early. I'll be as rigorous as never before. Like tomorrow was going to be my last day.
I will fly like eagle.
Don't ever look down on people. Try to help people when they need you, when you can, because sometimes the people you never expected to be anything, they can become something big that you really wish you helped them when you had the opportunity to do so.
Are you sure it's something I can say on the internet? We have a client that could actually pay for a website.
Hey lovely, today we are live at the African Technology Expo here in Lagos. This has the highest gathering of tech experts, tech CEOs, business experts, any career you can think of in tech. They're all present today. Today we're going to be interviewing the 1% of this 1% in tech to find out how they're making it big in tech. So come with me. It's going to be exciting, educating, fascinating. In fact, trust us to deliver. Let's go.
I'm Xavier.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a product manager.
Stone by name. Well, I'm a web developer.
I'm Paul. I'm the Chief Digital Officer at Action Microfinance Bank.
Rotimi Thomas. I run a solar financing, installation, and aftercare services platform called Sunfi.
Mrs. Aiboka Ibuki. I'm an IT business person.
I'm Femi. I do a couple of things. I write. I'm building a team for a technology product in the financial space.
Do you have a background in finance?
I tend to see finance as a natural. It's a cut across for a lot of people. Finance is in everything. Technology is how I approach things. I see technology as a better way of doing things.
Do you guys need to see this supercar? Like, I'm going to find the owner of this car and I'm going to ask him what he does for a living. How was he able to afford it? We're going to be finding that out. Come with me. We're doing this.
I'm Jeremiah Mayowa.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm CEO Jeremiah. I thought you already knew.
Is this your car?
Yeah, it is.
How much is this car worth?
Maybe like $150,000 maybe.
I'm Ikena. Currently work as a senior relationship manager at True Flutter.
Ifeanyi Otudo. I work for an entity called MTN, where I'm focused on driving the cloud business, or what we call the converged business.
I'm Nosa Okoroji. A lot of things, but basically I'm the founder of Rescue Egg. We provide 15 minutes response time for vehicles in Lagos.
I'm Esther Babarinsa. I'm a civil engineer, but presently I work as a product manager.
Do you work remotely?
From the comfort of my home.
Fashola Jamaldin. I'm a UI UX designer. I actually work for a tech company. I do a whole lot of other things. I consider myself a businessman.
3 years now.
How long did you learn product management before you landed your first role?
I did a boot camp for 1 year. I was doing it along several others. I was product school, a lot of them at the same time. So 1 year I was back to back. I wasn't literally open for roles, but I was developing my mind.
Let's say 8-10 years, yeah.
Front end, back end?
Well, I do both, but mainly back end.
What would you say about the job insecurity in tech?
The era of AI, because I believe people getting laid off is because of AI being able to do what senior engineers or senior developers could actually do. So a lot of people are having this fear that there is no much job opportunity in tech, but there is. In fact, I believe now there's even more job opportunities in tech than before. We shouldn't see AI as something that's going to replace we developers. You should see it as a tool to enhance productivity.
So how long did you learn web development before you got your first major job?
It was actually self-taught. I actually learned web development through YouTube. A friend of mine, Abraham, he was the one that introduced me to YouTube. At that time, I thought YouTube was just for entertainment, until he told me about YouTube, and I went there, sourced for information, saw tutorials, and I practiced. My first job was to actually build a blog website.
How much were you paid for that job then?
Well, I don't think I even got paid.
Within the last 5 years, have you ever been out of job?
I don't think so.
Do you work remotely?
Yes, I work remotely. I work for myself.
What's the highest amount of money you've made from 1 gig in tech?
Are you sure it's something I can say on the internet? We have a client that could actually pay for a website, $5,000 for one website.
Running a business in Nigeria for 3 years ain't joke at all. Alright, so was that what you studied in school?
Yeah, well, before that I ran an installation business for solar with my co-founders, and then before that I worked at a global electrification giant doing finance and investing in electrification projects. Before that, yes, I went to school for environmental management and energy management, and then also my MBA as well. So I was building myself up to eventually do this.
Yeah, I've been on this for 3 decades.
30 years. Was that like what you studied in school or something?
Marketing. But I have some professional IT courses I did.
Okay, for the crypto end, 8 years now.
You've been trading crypto for up to 8 years.
Yeah.
Within a decade, up to 8 years.
So I have been with MTN Nigeria for about 10 years, and then I switched to the MTN group, which is for about a year now.
Can it be classified under tech sales?
Yes, like I said, we're engaging with customers to understand what their pain points are, what are their strategy, what are they looking at, how do they want to address their customers going into the future, and then we sort of just work with them to curate the right technology that can sustain their business goals.
We've been live roughly 6 months since January.
How long have you been an entrepreneur?
So far, I think almost all my life. I've seen my parents sell, trade, business, so I think it's been all my life. I think that's where I got it from, and that's where I am.
For 6 months now, but I've been working as a business analyst for 2 years.
Did business analyst help you to?
Being a business analyst stands me out as a product manager. For example, the last product I worked on, when I joined the team, they were having issues with developers and all that. So when I came in, I used my business analysis knowledge to know what they actually wanted. I was able to create a user map for them. And the first meeting I had with them, they were like, whoa, this is what we're talking about. So being a business analyst gives you all the advantage you need to be a product manager.
15 years.
15 years in tech.
Been in tech for quite a while now.
How lucrative is it? It's lucrative now, at least. It offers some very good amounts of sustainability for you. Depends on where you're coming from, if you're just starting if in the middle or senior level. But of course, yeah, it's very, very lucrative in terms of money, right? Yeah, it's very, very lucrative.
It is. It just depends on how you spin it. And it depends on what you're offering and the kind of value that you're giving to people.
Sure, you will find your feet if you have the capacity. And it's so wide and open to both young and old. It depends on how you place yourself. In life, the opportunity in IT is never dead. It's always alive. And you can always pick your own area from it, because both software, hardware, and other gadgets is open for you to find your level and to make a living. Just develop interest. Everything is about your mindset and determination. If you determine that you want to get it done and you pursue it, you push yourself, you will get there and you make a living without anyone. All you just need is you, in you, and who are you. Pick up area in the field and begin to do something on your own. Before you know it, you sell yourself first. If you're able to sell yourself and you are sellable to your immediate self, friends, neighbor, family, every other person will buy it. It's just you.
Of course, it's tech. You know, I've worked as a civil engineer. After my master's, I became assistant product manager. I worked as a product engineer in oil and gas. But I wouldn't compare what I make from the comfort of my home as a product manager. And I can also work for different organizations. Do you understand? I can do multiple jobs from the comfort of my home for different companies at the same time, because I do the same thing. I recommend it 100%, especially for women. You have kids. You want to eat your cake and have it. This is the niche for you.
How lucrative is my career? Wow. Let me just say very. A startup came to me recently and I charged about $1,500 for an MVP. The MVP is just a basic design. It's not really much. It's something anybody that's starting design can do. But then again, to charge that much, you need to have a certain level of portfolio.
You live in Lagos here?
Yeah, I do live in Lagos.
And your product management job, it's enough for you to live comfortably in Lagos?
It is.
And banking is enough for you to live comfortably in Lagos?
Absolutely. Banking has spinned into different things. There's lifestyle services that are there, part of banking. There are education services that are now part of banking. There are financial services at the core, the loans that are there, savings that are there, and even business supports and business advisory that are not there as part of banking.
Was that what you studied in school, banking?
No, I studied technology. I hold a master's degree in information technology, and I also have an MBA with the University of East London, and I'm certified in artificial intelligence and machine learning by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, US.
Yes, I do. I'll be honest with you. Money for me is more of a difference. If I have value, that's money. I read a book, Value Investing. That was the book that Warren Buffett read and helped him understand money better. So I got the book early and read it. He said, if you can find $1 for 50 cents and then you can offer it. If you find value and you can offer it at something not the exact price of the value, because everybody buys bread for not the value, they buy it for less than the value. That's why the price, if they feel, is more than the value. What you sell is just about finding that thing for a lesser price, and then you can sell that thing to that market. Like a friend back then, he repairs wristwatches. I met him doing the wristwatch repair by the gutter side, and I'm like, you studied this in Yaba Tech, horology, so are you here? And we started talking, and we went to ShopRite. I wrote just one page. These people sell watches, they don't have a wristwatch repairer. So he became their wristwatch repairer. Automatically had an office in ShopRite, had an office in Polo, had an office in the Palms, just like that. So I think the way people think about something is actually the problem. It's not really the fact that there's a problem. And oftentimes, if you meet with someone that's able to help you think differently about the problem, you just find out that you had money all this while and you didn't just know that you had money. I was in Kenya for 2 weeks for just about 10 days and I made $1,000 in Kenya. So it's not about, it's you seeing the opportunity and you being able to identify the opportunity. That needs you to know about that opportunity. If you don't know about the opportunity, then you are not even going to be able to harness the opportunity. But if you now know about the opportunity and you know the price of the opportunity, then you can put your own price there and then you make the difference.
I work remotely from the comfort of my home.
Yeah, and working as a product manager is enough for you to live comfortably in Lagos?
Of course. Present, I work as a freelancer and I have different 3 products I work on now. So as a product manager, you can work for different companies in different countries from the comfort of your home.
I'm just going to draw it to one thing, and that's community. Having someone by your side hold your hands and have you do it together with them. Luckily for me, that person is my head of product. His name is Kingsley Makinde. Shout out Kingsley Makinde. He's experienced, and I'm working alongside him to build amazing products. So not just being alone in life and everything, but having someone build things together and guide you at the same time literally has saved me, because then you can open up to them and tell them when things are not exactly working out well for you, and they can just guide you. You don't make mistakes they had made in the past as well.
I would say moving out from where we were before to a new environment and meeting Abraham, I think is the biggest impact in my life, because it was through him that I got to know about web design.
What has had the most impact? Okay, so my faith, I'm a Christian, but my own version of that is really a deep relationship with God that keeps me humble and grounds me, and it makes it easier for me to get through hard times, because being an entrepreneur in this country, it requires leaps of faith. Obviously, my family, my late mother, she taught me how to care deeply about the things that I work on, and obviously the rest of my family influences as well. My father as well is a very strong entrepreneur, so I've learned a lot from him and why I can run the race. And then obviously I have great friends that also influence and help me think about life and such differently, and my immediate family. I want to make the country better, so it helps me stay focused on the journey.
I would say a book. I would also say experience, because if you don't have experience at all in anything, it might be a little bit difficult for you to know where to start from. I work with somebody, an organization, before I open up my own business for like 6 years, and that was so much to me. I was opportune to work in all areas of the department: store, marketing, sales unit, finance, all areas. So that gave me the opportunity to know in and out of the field, and it also gave me opportunity of relationship. And then while building the relationship, the experience is gathered, and I was able to pick out the area I want to be focused on.
Curiosity. And I don't assume that I know. You ask me a question, I can give you an answer at that point, but I'll think about that answer and try to ask myself, that answer I gave, was that the only answer? Could there be some other answers? There was this example that happened to me. This is a real example that people can relate with. I had just 50,000 naira with me, and I went to see a friend who had just built a house, bungalow, on a landed property. And I asked him, how much is this? He said 700,000. How much did I have? 50,000. I just asked him for who gave him that access to land. And then the guy came. And I asked him how much was land. He said it's now 800,000. I have 50,000. Instead of stopping at that, I wanted to create value out of it. So I said, do you have 1 acre? He said, yes. How much is 1 acre? I said 2.4 billion. So I was expecting that. When you ask for more, price drops. Then I negotiated that more to 2 million. He said, no, I'll do it for 2,120,000. I said, that was fine. I said, give me your account number. I'll pay you in 7 days. I don't have the money, but I have people that have the money who will be interested in the land there and the house. I need to connect them with that opportunity. The land there is selling for 800. It means if I sell 3, I have 3 free. And that's what I did. Simple. Is it legal? Very legal. Did I have 50,000? Yes. Did I make money? Yes. Did I also have the land? Yes, I had 3 plots. Today, land is selling there for 15 million per plot. So if you say you don't have money, but you can get value, you can spot value, then you have money.
My background, I have a background in mathematics. I think maybe that's helped me, in terms of problem solving and being able to look through financial records and make sure everything is perfect, not just believing what I'm shown.
God. You can never stop talking about how much God has done for you, because again, wisdom comes from God, but it also helps us in terms of finding ways that you can operate business in a godly way, in an ethical way, in a way that it helps God's people. All of us are His children. So what better way to grow? Is it collaboration or is it competition? Exactly. So you can already see where the answer business is going. Collaboration is very vital, and it's a very godly thing to do, especially when you do it the right way, with integrity, maximum honesty, and then making sure that everybody is carrying each other along.
I think that first I want to give to God. I think that my dad also, my family, they're quite supportive. Trying to find the right balance between what you do and creating that time for family could be really challenging. You just need the right support from family as well, and I think that my family has been they've played a really big role in that.
I would say maybe my upbringing and society, because I believe it takes the village to raise a child. So environment is always your best teacher. We always live by experience and the environment.
It would be parenting, because it took me 7 years after marriage to have my first child, and that was a game changer. I was working in an oil and gas firm. I had to resign, so it affected every aspect of my life, everything I loved. But while I was doing that, I did not lose myself. I know a lot of women lose themselves, so I kept learning from my house. I was learning planning, because I know I want to get back to career after the children are grown.
I would start early and I'll start rigorously. I would equip myself with so much knowledge. I wouldn't just take breaks as I did at the time. I'll be as rigorous as never before. Like tomorrow was going to be my last day.
20 years ago, I'll probably go into tech earlier than I did now. Well, I don't think I'll still be in web development. I'll probably go into something much more, probably like AI, deep tech, you call it, yeah.
I will try to be bolder, because there were a lot of things I shied away from when I was growing up. I saw them as mountains, and they were never mountains. And so if I would say something to my old self again, be bold, go for it, face it, and there's nothing worse that can happen.
I would try and map out the future a lot more clearly and think about the great things I want to achieve in the future and ask myself, why can't I do them right now? So I would take more risks at 20, because once you start getting a little bit older, it makes it harder for you to take those risks. So I'd actually take a lot more asymmetric risks that have the potential for huge returns. If there's downside, the downside risk is not as much to me because I'm younger and I don't have that much anyway. So I would really just go for crazy out there things, go as far as you can, and then maybe you shoot for the moon and you land somewhere in the Milky Way.
I will fly like eagle. I want to do so many more things that I failed to do in the past, including pushing myself to the level of government, the politicians, the schools, to impart and expose the younger ones to what they need to do positively than the negative they are using the IT for today, which is not really adding any value to their life but destruction. So 20 years back now will have been a loving opportunity for me if I have my way.
I'll be more curious.
So you feel you're still not curious enough?
I feel I'm a bit on the reserved side. I'm not trying a lot of things out. I would want to try more things out. I would want to learn a lot more faster, fail faster forward, make more mistakes, and then learn faster.
I don't think I would have done anything differently, because God always has his specific purpose for us. So who knows, if I did something differently, I won't be here. No regrets. Everything was done for a purpose and it aligns with God's plan.
I think that I'll be more of a social person. Yeah, because what I find is that when you're a bit more out, you sort of understand people's problems more. You're equipped to, to understand what those challenges are and then addressing them. But aside from that, I think that I'm happy.
About 20 years old, what was I doing? I think I just came out from school. I would not change anything, to be honest with you.
Nothing, right? Because I promise you I gave it my all, and everyone can attest to that I did, even at the workplace, even my friends, long nights, studying, equipping. So yeah.
I wouldn't even change it. I would stay on the same path. Yes, no regrets. I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I pivoted and moved into technology, and sometimes I feel like, oh wow, thank God I never became a medical doctor. So
I'll take the same path, because I've always loved and I still love technology, but again, love to see technology address people problems, particularly in Africa, because our problems are unique. I think that our responsibility is to ensure that we piece this technology in a way that addresses real people problem locally, because it's local problem and it needs to be local solution from local people.
What's the biggest challenge you faced?
Being a boss and also being the one doing the job, the times are not really there. You say you can create time for yourself, but without you, the business won't function. So I've not gotten to the point where I'm able to delegate tasks to having a team or building stuff.
I would say the will, the desire for people to embrace something that is new, that is not familiar, and that's different. Many people find it challenging, but once you can put your heart to it and make up your mind that you will go for it and give it what it takes, you will be able to find yourself at a better place.
Access to lots of finance financing, because solar energy requires financing to help people make the transition at a good cost and for a long enough time. We have to help make it easy for the masses to be able to get away from petrol generators and small diesel generators over to solar. So it requires lots of financing, but we're working on that. Sometimes the level of talent that you engage on a day-to-day basis, you have to be very good about finding people that match your level of ambition. So for me, I really care about why you're interested in working with me as opposed to what you are trying to get from me. And when you find people that have a really strong why that matches your why, then magic happens. Those are a couple of barriers. And then obviously Nigeria is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it. It is what it is. So you just have to work within those constraints.
It's not easy. The fintech space is crazy because any little issues, you've lost a lot of money. There's a lot of problems. But we've been able to overcome this. We've been able to show that we can do this. For the last 8 years, we've been doing this. So it makes a lot of sense.
One of the biggest challenges I face trust. Starting off in Nigeria with this kind of company, there are several people that are going to have that first barrier of, are they trying to scam me? What was that? Is he hook up? Or
To be very honest, I think it's human capital. The human beings are the problem. Especially in Lagos, Nigeria, from the unskilled people to the skilled people. The biggest problem, I don't think it's the government. I don't think it's FX. I think it's the human beings in Nigeria.
Don't ever look down on people because you can never tell tomorrow. Try to help people when they need you, when you can. Because the way life plays out sometimes, the people you never expected to be anything, they can become something big, and that you really wish you helped them when you had the opportunity to do so. And they will be in a position where you will be the one who needs their help. I've seen it play out a number of times.
Something that experience has taught you.
For me, a quote from the Bible which says, my power is perfected in your weakness.
That nothing is in its final state. You give me an air condition, I can improve on it. Give me a car, I can improve on it. Give me a chair, I can improve on it. If you think differently, you can always improve on current state. So the current state is not its final state.
To be humble, just keep doing it. You don't know where to take it to. Just have your goals, have your dreams. Keep doing it till it works.
I think that it's about patience. Patience, because sometimes when you have big aspirations, you're looking at your peers and it just feels like you're not there, at that time. But again, when your vision is clear and you're running your path, you just need to be patient. Success would come at its own time.
That can never run faster than your shadow, and that's really the truth. One step at a time, basically.
There's this quote I like. It says, whenever you wake up in the morning, always lay your bed. So whenever you go out and have a shitty day, you come back to a laid bed.
I've been most happy following God, being led by God, Him helping me to avoid the detours that can make you make costly mistakes. And I've seen how the guidance of the Holy Spirit and God has helped me to avoid certain decisions and certain choices that would have put me in serious trouble.
Honestly, it's just in deep moments with family members. For example, my niece, when I just see her becoming more intelligent and growing and teaching me about the world, those things kind of give you a moment for pause. And then just with my family, I would say those are the moments when you just stop listening to the noise and everything.
When I suddenly realized something that was there but I didn't know, you need to know before you can be aware. I've been happiest when I come to the same point and I realize that I'm here for the first time. It just makes you burst into laughter.
Have you ever been really broke before?
I would say there were times earlier on in my life, far from now, when I used to be at the very low side financially, but I won't say broke because broke is relative.
I can't remember such occurrence, but yeah, I think there was a time when I was younger, I didn't have money to buy a time or something. I'm like, okay, I don't want this to happen again. But yeah, I don't think I've been in that state in recent times.
Good question. I got into Molue buses many times. Sometimes when I ask my driver to take me somewhere and I can figure they don't know the places or the way, and they're really inner places in town, I tell them how to navigate. And there were times when we had no money, but again, you aspire and to live a good life. But it's important that in aspiring to live a good life, that you also walk that journey properly, right? You need to be honest, you need to be hardworking, you need to be value-oriented, you need to look out for how do I address problems, what sort of value can I create that can earn me the sort of income that I require to live the sort of lifestyle that I want to live. Life isn't not about money, and because again, even when you get the money, then what next? What legacy are you leaving behind?
You have to know energy technically, and then you have to understand finance, because at least for renewable energy, you have to understand finance, because it's not operating costs, it's more about how do you turn capital expenditure into operating expenditures for customers. So you have to know those two things to be really good at it. So you can take masters in energy courses at various universities around the world, or you can even learn this stuff on YouTube by yourself. You can learn anything about renewable energy online today, and you can also study finance online. And then having really good sales skills are very important. Being able to communicate your points and convince others of it is very critical circle. So a few things around that will almost kind of gravitate you towards the space. There are a lot of energy companies in Nigeria, renewable energy, so it shouldn't be a problem getting work in those spaces.
For somebody that wants to be like you someday, what steps do you advise them to take?
I always say, don't wait till you have it all. Start from what you have. Some people wait till and they need capital for their business. And I didn't start with any capital. Just about being the middleman and getting the business done. There's no business that's not a process of middleman. If you're selling cars, you're buying the car, you're selling, you're making margin. All of this, you just need to know how to place yourself. You make money that way. But if you think you want to have it all, you're just going to wait forever.
I think the first thing is about passion. You need to have the right passion. There will clearly be challenge. There are days when perhaps you just look back and be like, am I doing this rightly? But again, when you have the passion, it sort of just pushes you in going the extra mile. I think that's one. The other thing is also to just have an open mind towards learning. The moment you have that, you then realize that there are many opportunities for you to sort of just grow.
I think the best advice is not to take advice. But personally, I say no one is special. You just have to do what you need to do to show everybody that you people should pay attention to me.
Tomorrow is not promised, so live every day like it's your last. You have to just give it everything you can every day.
Don't stop. I know that that's something everybody says. We'll keep grinding. It's going to come out one day. It's going to work. I promise you that's how life is wired, and that's how life will always be wired. You can't stop one day because you're tired or because things are not going well for you. Keep pushing, and one day all adds up in your favor. It's always been there waiting for you. It's yours.
Is to be consistent in whatever you do. If you choose to come into tech is about consistency. Being devoted and having the interest though.
What I'll say, especially in line with this conference, is keep developing yourself, keep evolving, stay abreast with what is happening in the tech space or any other space. Just know something. You don't have to be a master of it all, but just know something, because the information you have can make a huge difference in your life. And you never know where it can get you to.
There's a book that I've been very intentional about reading recently, or at least reading and listening to and studying, called Start With Why. A lot of times the author, Simon Sinek, says that people don't buy or believe in what you try to sell to them. They buy why you do what you're doing. And so for me, I would say for any of you that are out there, you should try and think about why is the thing that you're spending your time working on, loving, or people that you're trying to relate to, why are you doing so? And when that's clear, it makes it easier to get through the difficult days that are inevitable. So that's a piece of advice I would share.
Yes, my final word here is that I want the youth to please utilize the opportunity of IT for positive of improvement for their life, because Nigeria is not going backward. It's going to move better. It's going to fly better. So seize the opportunity to be better.
Ask for what you want. Ask for what you don't know. Just ask.
Just keep doing what you're doing. I believe I stand as a motivation to a lot of young people. It gets clearer every day that a lot of young people actually look up to me. A lot of people showing me what they're building because they've seen me build a product as a young man and it's successful. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep pushing boundaries. That's my mantra.
Personally, I believe we got a lot of things would actually fall in place, and most importantly, just believe in yourself and never say never. Do you get?
Your dreams matters. Don't give up on your dreams. It doesn't matter where you are right now. Just keep pushing. Stay focused on your dream. Have actionable plans. Don't give up. Just know that your dreams matters. There's a formula I call STOP. Stop. Think about it. Talk to someone about it. A trusted one. Analyze it. Are you the problem? What's the problem? Are you afraid? Work on it. Take that little step every day. Don't give up.
Life is not a bed of roses. You have to work hard, get everything you want by yourself. The struggle is real. Don't wait on anybody to help you. Go out there. If you want something, get it.
I'm excited when you engaged me. I just sort of saw this as an opportunity to share my little experience with younger people who are looking to thrive as well in Nigeria, in Africa, or in any part of the world. Just listen to this video, watch it, and the part that resonates with you, I think you should just imbibe it. I wish the audience all of the best in life.